Okay. But hello, everybody. I didn't think this was going to happen, but it seems like we're going to probably finish Ninja Gaiden Sigma today. I say that, and then watch me fall into a rut and everything goes to hell, but that's okay. Good or bad, we're playing Ninja Gaiden. I'm hanging out with you guys. Everybody's happy. It'll be a good time. I've really enjoyed this game, and if it does end today, I'm gonna be really sad. But before we get started, I'm gonna check in with Godfrey. He's got some things to say, y'all. Godfrey did not get to go to Evo with us. We couldn't get him a cactus badge for Evo, unfortunately, which I was bummed out about. I asked some of my connections to try to get him a badge, and it just didn't happen. But he watched on ESPN, and he was really into it. And he's like, "Hey, I'll be your training partner for fighting games. We can get better together." So we're gonna start that fighting game journey together today on stream. But yeah, before we get to Guilty Gear Xr'd Revelator, which is coming up after Ninja Gaiden, we've got to beat Ninja Gaiden. So let's get on with that. We're on Chapter 17. One thing I want to say, just a quick disclaimer, is because we're at the end of the game, it's a lot of intensity, like one boss after another. So I'm gonna try to pay attention to chat as much as I can. I know you guys like that, but it may be difficult at certain parts. Am I too quiet? Is the mic too quiet? We can turn it up a little bit. I turned it up 10%. Let me know if that's any better. Also try to speak a little bit more loudly. Let me get my headphones on here. Ben, did you ever check out Absolver? No, I didn't. There's there's so many games I need to check out, but maybe we can do that. Maybe like the next few streams won't be the start of another full playthrough. As much as I truly enjoy those, maybe we'll just do a bunch of things like Absolver or Fury or whatever is catching my interest at the time. Okay, so on this save file, we're not in a good spot. In fact, we're in an aggressively bad spot. We have one healing item, low health. I don't think we have a Talisman of Rebirth. We don't. So we're at the beginning here, at least. We're going to have to be very, 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 very careful. We need to get through that door. But first we have to deal with these goddamn spirit fish. Whoever suggested in chat, I don't remember who it was, I'm sorry, to use the flails, you are absolutely right. If you guys play this game and you run into these goddamn spirit fish, the flail is like the only option. It's so good against them. Alright. Nope, they're not all dead. They're still not all dead. There's always more spirit fish than you think. Alright. We actually got quite a bit of health back there, which is nice. This part of the game is just bad. I like it. I can see why someone would say that, but I've enjoyed it. It's very different, and I think that's something I like about the original Ninja Gaiden that other action games don't do very well, is it definitely changes in style. Like the first third of Ninja Gaiden is very different from the second third, which is very different from the third part. Third, that's what I'm trying to say. And it's good. This is good. Is there anything back here? Oh yeah, there's a chest. Don't want to forget that. I'm really getting a lot of love for Tabletop Escapades, which is nice. I was really worried people weren't gonna like that last episode just because it goes in such a different direction. And I don't want people to post spoilers or anything like that, and I'm certainly not going to say any spoilers myself. But yeah, we're trying things. You know, I think we're kind of reaching a point where there's a good mix of shenanigans and like carrot on the stick story stuff. So I want everybody to know, like, you know, I don't know what's going to happen to Law. Law could very well die, and I think people are going to blame me for that, which is unfortunate, because, like, character death in Dungeons and Dragons can be really cool. Like, I know people are going to think, like, it's a video game and dying is bad, but all it means is that, like, Huber just gets to do some other crazy character, you know, and tell a new story with new Judge Dredd characters. So I personally think it'll be really fun, but we'll see. See what people think. All right, so we got the key. So what I'm gonna do, unfortunately, this isn't gonna take very long. It's probably gonna take 10 to 15 minutes. These spirit fish, as you run back and forth, they're really easy to beat, and they give you a decent amount of essence. So I'm just gonna farm them a little bit and go back and forth. It'll give me a chance to kind of re-chat and catch up and talk to you guys, because I'm not going to have as much of a chance during the later stages of this game. And so what I want here is I want 10... Basically, I just want to buy a bunch of healing stuff. That's what I want. I also want a Talisman of Rebirth. So, this is like the last... I think it might be the last shop we get in the game. From here on out, like, the next 2 chapters, there are no shops. And the game does not tell you that. You're not aware that there aren't going to be any more shops coming up. So, you really have got to... You got to be smart with your resources. Can Law go Super Saiyan or something? No, Law can't go Super Saiyan. Fortunately. Would you agree that Ninja Gaiden 3 story is better than The Witcher 3? No. I've paid attention to Ninja Gaiden's story, you know, and we've read all the dialogue stuff, the journals, that's what I'm trying to say. Well, we read those out loud, and, like, there's a lot of things about Ninja Gaiden 3 story that I'm confused on, but whatever, it doesn't need it, it's fine. Getting to the end of this, though, for some reason, really made me want to play more Devil's Third. Like, I played a couple of chapters of it, but I kind of just want to run through it. I don't know if I'll stream it or not. I don't want to do one character action game after another, though. I don't want to burn you guys out. I like to mix it up a little bit, you know. We're not going to be playing sports games or anything. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just not my jam. Hey Ben, what was your thought when Huber was telling you he wanted to stream Xenogears? I'm super excited. He reached out on Twitter and was like, "Hey, do you want to stream this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love Xenogears. Xenogears is a great game. It definitely deserves the reverence it gets. I do think Xenogears is one of those games that feels old in a lot of ways, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. That's not a criticism per se. It's just it's from a very different time of RPGs, and I'm curious to see what Huber thinks of it. If it's going to be up his alley. And maybe my memory is just off, but the beginning of Xenogears is not... It's not a cakewalk. Like, pretty early on, it hits you hard, and you definitely have to do some grinding. Or at least I had to do some grinding when I played it. Maybe I just wasn't... My setup wasn't efficient or something. But that's what I remember. My Xenogears memories are very hazy. I played it when I was young, and I only played through it once. So it'll be nice to revisit it. That second disc, though, like, enjoy the movie. It's such a shame what happened with that game, because it is so good. For those of you who don't know, Xenogears, like, ran out of money, and the second disc is pretty much just a bunch of cutscenes. So... I don't know if we'll get to that point. I don't know if this is a Xenogears full playthrough or if we're just doing it on Thursday or what, but it'll be fun. Ben, how does challenge ratings work in D&D? I'm a new DM and I don't know what's too much CR for combating my players. That's a good question. Challenge rating is basically when they run into an obstacle and they have to roll a check. Like, let's say you've got an arrow flying at them and they need to roll whether or not they can dodge it. You need a challenge rating for that, so you make it like a 12 or a 10 or a 15 or something. And that challenge rating determines how difficult the task is. Like early on, levels 1 and 2, 12 is good. If it's extremely difficult, like at maybe a 15 or a 16. A little later on, once they level up once or twice, 15 is like the most standard challenge rating. And then harder things, you're going to want like an 18. If you're following a book, like a Wizards of the Coast guidebook, you really don't have to put much thought into it. They just give you the challenge ratings for everything. But if you're doing it on your own, there are a lot of times you're going to have to make up challenge ratings on the fly, and it's just something you get better at over time. Honestly, I think it's one of the easier parts of DMing, in my opinion. Sorry for the grind, guys. I know it's not the most interesting to watch, but it'll go quick. It's like pretty high octane after this, which is fun. I read another volume of Berserk last night. Holy cow, you guys! Not to start the anime discussion so early. God damn. I have so much love and respect for Berserk. There are just times when the fish are gonna get you, man. It's a good lesson in life. Like, you can't freak out about it. Sometimes the fish are just gonna bite you, and that's okay. You just gotta Vigorian flail your way out of it. Alright. 13 minutes in, anime is rough. Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have been more tactful with that. You should start reading more manga in general. Manga be great. I have. I've been reading 2 volumes of manga, 1 to 2 volumes of manga a night for like the last week. So I'm definitely following that advice already. I'm reading the Tokyo Ghoul manga as well. I started with the anime, and wish I would have started with the manga rather than actually going through it. The manga is real good. Real good. I like it a lot. I even got Abby, my girlfriend, to read the first volume, and she enjoyed it too. Tokyo Ghoul, breaking down boundaries. Favorite Gen 1 Pokemon? That's a good question. Squirtle. Squirtle will always be my favorite. I know it's kind of a generic answer, but Squirtle is one of those things that I look at and I say to myself, God damn, you are adorable. Like, you are purity. You are happiness in animated form. Like, Squirtle, just looking at Squirtle, especially when he's part of the Squirtle squad, it just puts a smile on my face, man. And there are a lot of amazing Gen 1 Pokemon, but none that warm my heart like that blue turtle. I might also feel that way because Squirtle was like the very first Pokemon ever that I got. He was like my starter that I chose, so maybe there's a little bit of bias there. Yeah. I've been playing a little bit of Pokemon Go. I feel like I'm not playing it like a lot of other people. Like, I'm just sort of putting it on occasionally, and I'm not trying to min-max it. Like, I'm just sort of like having fun walking around catching stuff. But it's great, man. I'm having such a good time with Pokemon Go. I think it's really smart that they started with Gen 1. I went to the Santa Monica Pier 2 nights ago, and like it was unlike anything I had ever seen. There were actually hundreds of people playing Pokemon Go. And it wasn't just kids, like it was entire families. There were old ladies and men, and just every inch of the Santa Monica Pier was covered in Pokemon Go players. It was nutso, man. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost there to the Talisman of Rebirth. One more run and we'll be there. Ben, have you actually tried making your own ramen? You should. Oh man, that sounds great. I had Sujita last night and it was delicious. That sounds fun. I would definitely try it. I don't have very much confidence in my own cooking abilities, but it's just because I don't cook very often, which I should. Like that is a skill I should try to improve at. But it's a good suggestion. Thank you. Weirdly, Pokemon Go has got me, like, amped on Pokemon Sun and Moon. I feel like with the last several generations of Pokemon, I've played them a little bit off and on, but I haven't gone whole hog the way that I did when I was younger, and I think I'm ready. I think enough time has passed that, like, I want to go to a Sun and Moon midnight release and just play nonstop for like a month. Like, I want to get good at Pokemon and get like super into it. I'm jazzed to do it. I want to treat it like a fighting game. I don't know. It just sounds really fun. I mean, we'll see. That's still a ways away, but it'd be cool. There's a quick and simple answer to this. How did you and your girlfriend meet? We met in high school. We started dating in high school, which is crazy. So we've known each other for like 10 years. It's nuts. Or close to 10 years, I guess. Well, actually more than that, like 12 years. We sat next to each other. I went to a Catholic school, so we sat next to each other in religion class. That's how we met. I saw a kid at the Santa Monica Pier, speaking of Pokemon, who was like cosplaying as Ash Ketchum, and he had like a charger coming out of his pocket, and he was playing Pokemon Go, and I was like, whoa, this guy is intense. Like, this guy is not messing around. He is living his dreams of being a Pokemon master. So it was neat. Alright, we got the Talisman of Rebirth. We actually probably don't need another Great Spirit Elixir because we'll pick one up. It'll be fine. I might as well just do this. Just get all the value out of my money. Alright, so now we're really going to play Ninja Gaiden. What's crazy is, I don't know, this is kind of like the most jarring... Why am I equipping that? The next thing we're going to do is a boss fight. Well, no, we have to actually kill a couple of enemies before that, and then a boss fight. But the boss fight comes out of nowhere. So, get ready. It's going to get intense. You consider yourself a religious person, Ben? No, I don't. I don't. I have nothing against religion. I'm not one of those people that, like, trash it on or anything. But, no, I'm personally just not a religious person. I probably shouldn't get into that stuff on stream, but when you're here, you're family. Does that mean you wore uniforms in high school? Yeah. Yes. It's not like it is in Japan where like everybody has the exact same like super nice uniform. It's just like we had to wear polo shirts and khaki pants, and you know, different people wore like different styles of polo shirts, if that makes sense. So like, not everybody looked the same, but there was a uniformity to it, I suppose. All right. So this coming boss fight is not that bad, but he does a shit ton of damage, so it can definitely turn bad if you get unlucky or you play poorly, both of which I am very capable of, so we'll see how it goes. Let's take a drink of this tea. This unsweetened green tea. Delicious. Straight from Nippon. Ben, did you have a senpai you wanted to notice you? Yeah, I don't know if that's a serious question or not, but there are definitely people that I've wanted to impress in my life. Definitely. A lot of long stories I could get into with that. Do you like barley tea? I don't think I've had barley tea, but that's something that I've really gotten into tea the last couple of years, and so I would be down to try that. Tea is great. Tea is the best beverage, in my opinion. Alright, so these guys are jerks. We're just gonna limpo the shit out of them. Because we don't want to use a lot of resources here for the boss. Coming up, because that's what we're gonna do next. Okay. Here we go. And we're gonna get our Ninpo refilled at the end of the chapter anyway. Wine is the best beverage in my opinion. I may have a problem. You know, Vega by Snable, that is a good counterpoint. Wine is also fantastic. I'm a big fan of beer and wine. Not super big on hard liquor, but beer and wine are very good. I was not big on wine either for the longest time, but as I've grown up a little bit, I've gotten more into it. Ben, what did you think of the Finnish candies at group stream? I didn't send them anything, but just Finnish guys, always to hear your thoughts about them. I was awesome. I love when people send us treats from other countries. It's always fascinating to me. And they were delicious, so I was super into it. Okay, focus time. Oh no! Oh, he can heal you from the grab, because this is the spirit of Doku. So don't get fucking grabbed. Really? Okay, sorry, the soda's coming out. He just does it again and again. That's... Alright. This is what this game is. I just gotta accept it. I'm just gonna use the Ninpo to keep him off of me, or I'm gonna try to anyway. Oh, what? Jesus. Alright, not a great fight, but not like the worst ever. It was okay. It was okay.
Receive the curse. Become a fiend.
I'm Sitsin is fun, not mind-blowing, but I really like the looks of the look in the atmosphere. It says Coltane44. I'm going to try to read your guys' names a little bit more when I do this. Yeah, I wanted to stream an hour of I Am Sitsin this week, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. I really want to play it, and that would be a good excuse. Ben, what are some fighting games that you don't think get enough respect? For example, I see a lot of people write off Arcana Heart, even though I think those games are pretty cool. Dewey D. Truman, I think a lot of fighting games don't get the attention they deserve. And Arcana Heart is something that I've never played, and so I'm probably part of the problem there. But I don't think Guilty Gear gets enough love. I think Guilty Gear X Art is awesome, like so awesome. And I wish it got as much attention as something like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. Maybe that's just like the fate of anime fighters, but it's a shame. Blaze Blue is another one that I love. I might even like Blaze Blue. Oh, really? Just immediately Demon Fish? We're also a fiend now, I guess. So, you know, that's cool. This game is the biggest troll. Give me all that health, and then lose it immediately. Alright. Ben, what is the next game coming out that you're really looking forward to? The next game on my list is Abzu. That's a good pick. I'm hyped on so many games all the time, always, but I think like a big one, like September is just a big month for me in general. Oh, King of Fighters 14. I think it's coming out next month. King of Fighters 14. And I played a little bit of the demo, and I'm having such a good time with it. So that's probably like the next super hyped game for me. Is that map of Labyrinth? Final Fantasy 15 is beyond super hype. It is Final Fantasy 15 is a mega hype status. Ben, I need to know where to post fan art and such. We need like a good centralized place. The Easy Allies forums is a decent place. Messaging us on Twitter is a good place. Patreon is a good place. Whatever is most convenient for you, I would say. Who do you main in KOF? I'm really boring when it comes to KOF. I really like Terry. I really like Joe. I really like Iori. I really like Mai. A lot of the sort of generic classic dudes I like. The King of Dinosaurs looks really fun. I don't know, there's so many King of Fighters characters, and very rarely do I play a King of Fighters character and I'm like, oh, this isn't any fun at all. And because you get to pick 3 fighters, it's really easy to experiment and stuff. But I'm a big Terry fan. I just think Terry's cool as shit. So we can actually. These guys are the worst, by the way. I wonder if I can just go back to the shop. Wait. Did I get a message from Ayana? Sorry, everybody. Ben, Mai, Shiren. Oh, Mai's coming to Dead or Alive 5? That's cool. Loot Crate sponsoring EZA is pretty legit. Who worked that one out? Damiani. Damiani is our sponsor person, which is super cool. Terry is the best fighting game character. I'm glad people think he's cool as well. Alright, I was going to try to sneak past them, but it didn't work out super well. I'm just going to run. I want to go to the shop. Sorry guys, I'm just playing an extra safe. Ayane is awesome. Yeah, she is. She is very cool. Man, Dead or Alive 5 would be another cool game to play on stream. It's another series that I think a lot of people are just like LOL boobs with it, and the series definitely invites that sort of commentary, but it's a cool fighting game. Like, Dead or Alive is a lot of fun. And I think if we did a group stream with Dead or Alive, it would turn out really well. Like, that's just a game, much like Tekken, where it just feels good hitting people. Like they do a good job with that, and there's definitely depth and complexity to Dead or Alive, but you can just you want to just get together with some friends and mash it out. You can also do that and have a good time, which I really appreciate. So yeah, that would be fun. That'd be a fun group stream. I've never played Rival Schools United by Fate. That is a fighting game that I always thought looked so sick as a kid, and I just never had access to it. I would love to find a copy somewhere and just try it out, because Rival Schools always looked so much fun to me. And I would love a new one, even though I've never played it. Like, I just thought the characters were really neat and stuff. Yes. Perfect. We actually might come back to this if we need it. This shop is so clutch. But important question, which Pokemon Go team are you in? So I really thought about my team a lot. I was gonna go Team Mystic, but then I was like, no, I gotta go Team Valor. So that's what I went with. But I did agonize over it for a good long time. The yellow team, which I don't remember the name of, was not really ever a consideration for me. I just think Articuno and Voltrace are cooler than Zapdos, but yeah, I went Team Valor for me. I don't know where the chat falls, so maybe we'll be on the same side, maybe we won't be. You let me know. Team Xavier Woods. That's a good team to be on, certainly. I don't know if you guys saw the Kenny Omega Xavier Woods match at CEO, but it was fun, man. Like, those guys are super entertaining, and they get into it in a really cool way. And like, they're not bad. They're not bad at fighting games, in my opinion. Ben, are you hyped about Garu Mark of the Wolves coming to PS4 and Vita? Absolutely. I've played a little bit of Mark of the Wolves, and I loved it, but I'm not super familiar with it, so I'd love to revisit it on PS4. That'd be hyped, because that way I can use my stick, and it's just all good. Definitely. It's good we didn't take damage there. Kenny's legit. Yeah, he's super legit, man. And he also just seems like a genuinely, like, nice human being, you know? Like, he seems so chill and fun. Like, Kenny Omega seems like somebody you could approach and just have a conversation with about anything. Those people are cool. But a lot of people in the FGC seem that way. Like, you know, Ally Joe seems that way, Mike Ross seems that way, Gutix seems that way, Marin seems that way, Flo seems that way. You know, they're all cool guys. I definitely look like, no joke, I look up to people in the FGC like more than anybody else in video games, except for like a few developers. Love the FGC.
You must uncover the truth with your own eyes.
I wish I was better at fighting games, but that doesn't deter my love. But are you going to EVO Japan? When is EVO Japan? Kenny Omega is literally an anime weeb that went to Japan to live off his dream of being a weeb. That's cool. Live your dreams, man. Ben, EVO thoughts. I got a lot of EVO thoughts, man. We could get juicy and into it. Unfortunately, this is one topic of discussion that I'm going to save for Frame Trap. We're going to do a lot of talking about EVO at Frame Trap, and it's cool because I'm not going to be the only one talking about it. The panel is really into it as well, and so it should be a good show. I'm very excited for next week's Frame Trap. Please be excited for that. Shaq Fu for EVO. I don't know if I've ever played Shaq Fu either. That might be another good group stream game. I think fighting games are the best group stream games, period. Infiltration is my favorite fighter to watch? Yeah. And the thing is, like, Infiltration is a top player. Like, he's a god, but, you know, he has a sense of humor. Like, his streams are incredible. I'm so excited that he's going to start streaming again. Because not only is he a god, he's hilarious. Fun. You gotta be careful. You can get you at the end of an animation. Just snip away. Alright, that's a lot of essence. Holy shit. We got a lot of essence, boys. And girls. And everyone. Everyone's included. I loved watching high-level Armika play. Yeah, totally. Like, when I love our Mika. She's a super cool character. But when you go online and you play on Mika, it's just people fucking going nuts because you can play Mika like that. But, you know, Fudo is a very, like, calculated, considerate Mika player. And that's just sick. It's so sick to watch. Ben, let Huber talk about the WWE draft on Frame Trap. You make it seem like I'm preventing Huber from talking about the WWE draft on Frame Trap. I'm not preventing him at all. He can talk about whatever. That's the whole point of Frame Trap. He just hasn't brought it up.
I was able to make it this close to the core, but I cannot go on. Though it dishonors me, I give you this.
Fudo the New Generation is a badass movie. I don't know what that is.
To the core, you must reclaim vigor, the equilibrium.
I think this guy voices Kaz in Metal Gear Solid.
I have failed.
Forget the voice actor's name.
Forgive me.
I love Frame Trap, Ben. Don't be afraid to add more quirky segments. It really adds to the show. Yeah, that's cool. Definitely. I love the quirky segments. I love the games. Those are my favorite moments of the show, definitely. I don't think we need to do it every week. But I think doing it, you know, somewhat regularly would keep things fun and keep things fresh and distinguish the show a little bit more. So definitely, it's good to hear that you guys like that stuff. February 1st, as a member of the Black Spider Clan, I will fulfill my mission and gain the respect of our clan leader. I have promised so to Gen. I will not break that promise. February 21st, I have been badly wounded, but I have obtained the key to the core. I do not have much longer. I must get to Gen. With the last bit of strength in me, I have made it this far. However, I cannot find a way to pass through this door. Metal Gear Online 3 was terrible. It was not great, man. I went to an event for Metal Gear Online 3, like super stoked on it, because the Metal Gear Online 1 and Metal Gear Online 2 were very, very fun, and I think underappreciated in a lot of ways. They had super neat ideas about taking the Metal Gear formula and putting it online. And when I was at the event for Metal Gear Online, like, a lot of the other people there were like, oh, this is so awesome, and having so much fun, and they were like getting really into it and super competitive. I was just sitting there, I'm like, this is alright. Like, I was really underwhelmed at the event, and I couldn't tell if it was just me being weird or if it was actually underwhelming. But then it came out, and it seemed like it got a pretty lukewarm response. So, yeah, Metal Gear Online 3 is kind of a bummer. Still love MGS5 for a lot of reasons, but Online didn't really do it for me. These fucking fish, man. Sorry for the language. A little bit of salt pouring out there. Alright. We're moving on. This is such a cool little effect. It's like dumb, but neat. I don't know. I like it. Ben, do you ever import games from Japan and try to play them in Japanese? For example, if they're not localized? Yeah, you should keep watching the stream. Earlier this year, we imported a lot of games and played a lot of import games on stream. We've done Dragon Quest Builders and Star Ocean and Dark Souls 3. I imported all of those and played them in Japanese. I'll probably import the Berserk Muso. I might import Tales of Berseria. So there will be more import games on stream. Somebody asked, how do I convince my girlfriend to watch anime? As heartbreaking as this answer is, like, you never want to be the guy that, like, tries to force somebody to get into something because it's just not going to work. You just have to, like, say, hey, I think this is cool. Do you want to check it out? And whatever they say, you kind of just got to roll with it. Because, I don't know, I'm always, even though I get super passionate about things and even though I rant and rave about certain things, when it comes to, like, real life friends, I do think the gentle approach is best. Alright, so we're gonna go through like a gauntlet of fighting arenas here. So get ready. Ben, I missed 40 minutes of your stream playing Chapter 5 in Tokyo Mirage Sessions. Sorry, don't be sorry. Tokyo Mirage Sessions is dope. Never apologize for missing Easy A content because you're playing video games. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Alright. Rule 1 of Ninja Gaiden, don't get hit. So this thing is just overpowered against these guys. You can kind of just do that again and again, and it's not that big of a deal. We gotta not get stupid hits landed on us. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't a lot of damage. We do have to be a little bit careful. But you can just kind of keep mashing square against these guys, and it's really effective. Yeah, give me that health. Oh, that would have been okay if I didn't get hit by the tail there. Oh, too many hits. Taking too many hits. Like I said, from kind of this point forward, we're gonna want to be a little careful with our health. It's not going super well for me just yet, but that's all right. Ben, if you played any of the Trails games, Trails in the Sky, Cold Steel, or other Falcom games, just curious what you think about them. Thanks. So I love Trails in the Sky. I have not played as much of it as I would like. I absolutely adore Trails of Cold Steel. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful RPG, and I think more people should play it. I'm so in love with it. I can't wait for Cold Steel 2. I need to finish the first one. There's a video I really want to do about Cold Steel. There are thoughts I want to get out there about it, but I just haven't had the time to make it yet. But yes, big fan. I haven't really played any other Falcom games. I need to play the East series. It always looked good to me. It seems right up my alley. I just haven't yet. But maybe someday. I have a bunch of them. I own like 12 East games, but I haven't played them. Please stop. Please stop, fish. Please stop, fish. What epic sword is that? This is the Belarho. I don't know how you pronounce it. I pronounce it a different way every week, but it's just a big ass ninja sword. It's cool. It does a lot of damage. I was thinking about grinding out all the upgrades for the wooden sword and getting it all the way leveled up, but I didn't think you guys would have the patience for that, so I opted against it. But I might do that on my own time at some point. Okay, cool. So we can use a Great Spirit Elixir here, because we have them all filled up. And we can just get another one from the chest. I own most of the mainline Final Fantasies. I haven't played the majority of them. It's okay, Ben. Yeah, I mean, everybody has that for sure. But for real, you should play those Final Fantasy games. Does this game make you want to grind? A little bit. Like with the wooden sword, I just want to see what the weapon's like maxed out. And I definitely think there are times you probably should grind for your own benefit. But, yeah. So yes, I guess the answer is yes. Alright, let's do this. Oh, yeah, I should have blocked. It's like the second. It's hard to tell sometimes when they're going to get interrupted and not. But that's just weird. Man, I remember when these dinosaurs were a big pain in the ass, but with this weapon, they are just trivial. Not. Okay, maybe not completely trivial. They can still fuck you up, but. Now you're dead. It's a little bad if they're close together. You kind of want them to separate. game's giving me a lot of health. It's being nice. Did I miss Ben fighting the devil guy on his throne in hell, or is that this level? That's coming up. We're not too far away from that. We got a couple more monster arenas to get through. And they definitely get nastier. So, look out for that. This game has a good soundtrack. Yo, 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 Temperath, how are you? Playing Ninja Gaiden on stream has been more relaxing than I anticipated. Like, I just expected it to be all stress all the time. It's really been pretty cool. Kind of just get into a zen-like state and kill things. It's pretty nice. Ben, thoughts on the Final Fantasy 14 pilot show? Wasn't sure you had fun. I did have fun. I think we need to figure out what that thing is because... Oh, wait a minute. I don't have another life. I need one more life of the gods to get max more health. I think we need to figure out what that thing is. People didn't talk as much as I was expecting. Like, we didn't quite develop the banter that I was expecting. But I definitely had fun. I just think maybe a little bit more preparation and a better idea, like more focus, I think would help out the show. So, I hate these guys so much. Give me that Nympho, please. Thank you. Give me more Nympho, please. There we go. Alright. That went better than I expected. Ben, could you at some point give us a look at what your setup is for streaming? Yeah, definitely. I'd love to help you guys out with that. Because, streaming is one of those things that when you figure it out, you're like, oh, this is trivial. But certainly for me early on, and you guys saw that, like the early streams were rough and had plenty of technical difficulties. Like early on, there's just a bunch of like weird things about streaming that if you don't know ahead of time are really going to throw you off. Like I definitely had moments with streaming where I'm like, why is this happening? And it took me a long time to figure out. But now it's like no big deal. Now I don't have to do like any prep work beforehand. It's great. I'd love to get like nicer mortises like Kyle and Brendan and Damiani have for their streams. That's definitely something I can do, and I just haven't yet. Make the presentation a little bit sharper, but we'll get there. Alright, sweet. We can use another great potion, because we get one here. Last night I saw the first 3 episodes of the new Berserk anime. I don't like any animation, but any Berserk is welcome. Totally, man. Berserk is love. Berserk is life. I hope Brandon actually plays in one of the episodes. Yeah, so we did actually shoot an episode where he did play, but I guess we might scrap it. I don't know. But yeah, Brandon does play, and you will see more of Brandon. I wouldn't get too worried about that. That is a concern that will right itself. Fuck this game. I think sometimes you just gotta say that. You just gotta let it know how you feel. Sometimes you just get grabbed by dinosaurs. Or repeatedly grabbed by dinosaurs. Give me health, please. Give me that health. Stop grabbing me! I don't know what it is, but whenever I'm streaming, the throws come out. Like when I'm just playing on my own and practicing, I never get thrown. I know it sounds like I'm lying, but I really, it's just a stream thing. I get thrown all the time. Oh, we got like a twofer there. That's hot. Oh, we got one info back. I think I just need to be more patient against these guys. Like they're pretty slow. I just haven't fought them that much. We're getting better, I think. Ben, I remember seeing you say somewhere you wanted to watch Kamen Rider. I do. You have anything particular you want out of the show like that? Or is anything good? I mean, maybe this is not true, but I feel like I kind of know what to expect out of Kamen Rider, and I just want that, because that seems cool. Gotta chain the roll and jump together. You can't play like the Dark Souls just spamming rolls because there's too much recovery. Roll jumping means you can constantly be moving with no recovery things. I don't think we're spamming the roll too much. And I definitely think we're roll jumping, but I get what you mean. Roll jumping is like the... oh, I didn't mean to go back into the door. I don't like that the interact buttons and the attack buttons are the same. It definitely leads to awkward situations. The roll jump is like the thing in this game. I mean, it's something I've recognized. You just move... oh my god! I thought I was going to absorb all that health, and we wasted a Talisman of Rebirth there. We really need that Talisman of Rebirth, too, for things coming up. Alright, guys. This stream just got... and if we had just made it past those fish, they, like, you heal here. There are 2 potions in there. The fish are going to make this stream a little bit more complicated. Not having that Talisman of Rebirth means we might get a game over. Alright. This just got harder. That's okay. We'll save in a different file in case I'm like, actually, I do want that thing. We'll save it in this file. I do want the Talisman Rebirth. We may not need it. It was just super nice insurance. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. You guys really need to put that creepy face bank up for a price some of the time. Yeah, Kyle said those prizes will return. So don't worry about that. We're just gonna cheese these guys. We're gonna play it as safe as possible, because we don't. Like I said, we're gonna need our resources. So it's better to cheese and play safe than. That was good. So Satan now wants a piece of the action. He's gonna start blasting away at us. We got a resub? I'm sorry I missed it. Thank you for whoever resubbed. I forgot about this. We're gonna have a boss gauntlet. I totally forgot about this. We need to not take unnecessary damage. Like that. Off to a good start. It was nice for the health though. Thank you, game. Thank you, game. Good damage. Good damage. We're in it. Guys, so I'm gonna have to ignore chat for a little bit until this boss is over. He's not too long, but like I said, we kind of got a gauntlet of bosses, so get ready for just pure Ninja Gaiden. That was not the combo. That's the combo. Thank you for the health. That's very nice of This is such a Japanese boss. I mean that in an affectionate way, but I wish I wouldn't have got hit by this view there, the Goose Swanson attack. Oh, give me that health. Yes, yes! Alright, time to die. You dead. No biggie. Alright, that went fine. It is going to get more intense. We've got another boss coming up. Oh, this game. Alright. Gonna take a drink of the tea. It's tea time. The resub you missed. Gawa Otek subscribed for 3 months in a row. Thank you, Gawa Otek. I'm sorry I missed that, dude. I'm probably going to miss some resubs, so I definitely appreciate the reminders. Thank you so much, guys. Here are some Sophies for you, Gawa Otek. Appreciate the support, man. So many of you know if I don't stream it, or you can continue your Arc to Live venture. I really want to, Rory. I enjoyed Arc to Live very much. I want to do more bonus streams of Arc to Live. It seemed like you guys enjoyed it, too. What system is this? This is on PS3. I got this copy of Ninja Gaiden 6, or Ninja Gaiden 6, Ninja Gaiden Sigma, used from a GameStop for $6. So if you want some Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which you do want some Ninja Gaiden Sigma, you can get it real cheap. I don't know if it's better to use the big sword or the True Dragon Sword here. True Dragon Sword lets me be a little bit more mobile, which is important because I'm getting blasted with lasers. So are they. That's nice. Just kill your own dudes. Thank you. Nope, not what I wanted. There we go. Oh, fuck. Alright, we took a little bit of damage there, but it's not too bad. Alright, this is another stupidly easy boss that you can lose. You lose a lot of health too, so I tend to be greedy against bosses like this, and I just can't be so damn greedy. Let's equip that. Let's take another sip of the tea here. You fight, like, what this game is asking us to do right now is like, boss, boss, arena, arena, boss, boss. Like, it's intense. But it's not too intense. I don't think it tips the scales too much, which is nice. Alright, here we go. Oh, whoa. I was not expecting that. Should have a grab counter on the screen. I thought he threw me out of the arena. Alright, that was good. We dodged a lot of damage there. I could have, had I not gotten hit by those. Alright, good. We dodged the grab. Not a great fight, but we didn't use any great spirit elixirs, so that's good. We probably should have used great spirit elixirs though, because I think it kicks us back to where this treasure chest is. Nope, it doesn't. We gotta fight this motherfucker. Oh my god. Okay. The real Ninja Gaiden starts here. We're gonna. Woo boy. We could die here. Nope, get to him. Oh no! Jojo! Okay. So, right as I hit down on the D-pad to heal there, I got hit. Sorry, guys. I should be a little bit... You get 2 Great Spirit Elixirs in the chest after this fight, so I should be a little bit more liberal with those. Damn, I was really feeling good that fight, too. Alright, that's alright. Shake it off. Shake it off. I'll be alright. I think. Man, can you imagine if we had the Talisman of Rebirth there? It's alright.
My servants return
Maybe we should use the...
insect once and for all.
I have an idea. I'm going to try something during this boss fight. See how it goes. Let's equip this for this section. I think that actually does way less damage. Okay. We'll just stick with the Dragon Sword. It's fine. Okay, gotta watch out for the goo. The goo is doing more damage than the tentacles. Keep missing the flying swallows. Boy, he's doing the goo a lot. So it gave us some health, which is nice. Goose Swanson, yeah, this is kind of a Goose Swanson character, isn't it? Okay.
You're not as weak as I thought.
That's funny. Alright, here we go. Back to this again.
Do you like this?
I jumped! Okay, so the recovery animation for that first swing is longer than I expect it to be, which is messing with me a lot. So I gotta be more careful. Please keep doing that attack. Okay. Yes, this is good. This is good RNG. Oh my god. Had I roll jump there, I wouldn't have gotten hit. Alright. That went pretty well. Or better. That went better. Roll jump in. Yeah, the lack of roll jumping there on certain parts definitely fucked with me. Yeah. Whoever said that is 110% correct. I'm just gonna use these. Fuck it. Okay. Gotta be careful with this fight. If we can make it through this fight, we get a little bit of a rest. So here we go.
That's it. It's time for me to take you on person.
I keep doing the kick when I don't mean to. No, don't hit me there! Fuck, please! That grab, I gotta be careful with the grab. No, I tried to fucking dodge. Why didn't it dodge? That was really weird. whoa. Alright, cool. We did it. We did it. I do not have a ton of resources for the onslaught that is coming up. So, it's going to get even more difficult. But we did it. We're one step closer. Oh man, it's 4:13 already. Alright. We're going to be running right up against that 5 o'clock time. My heart is pounding. My heart is pounding. It's crazy because the final boss is more difficult than that. Okay. Let's collect ourselves. Let's heal first. Get some potions. Ben, I just beat Persona 3 Portable. Should I play through Answers or start 4? Answers is cool. It's not really all that much fun to play, but there's some good story bits in it. 4 is amazing, so you should definitely play. I don't know if you can hop right into it or not, but it is very good. Whew. Okay. My heart beat right now. I just gotta breathe. Not to be overly dramatic, but it was intense. Now that I'm for once here live on chat, I just want to thank you for Tabletop, a great show for my Wednesday evenings. 2 thumbs up. Thank you, man. It's so good to hear that. I'm always worried that people don't like Tabletop and Frame Trap, but it's nice to hear things like that. Definitely, I very much appreciate it. Who needs running when we got Ninja Gaiden? Yeah, exactly. This game's gonna get me in shape. Alright. Here we go. The thing is, what's so funny, like, think about how many bosses we've fought. We fought, like, what, 5 or 6? Just in this chapter, we have to fight 2 more bosses this chapter. Have you fought the new Elder Dragon in Generations yet? No, I have not. I have not been able to dig in Generations, but I will. I will. Hard. Soon. Spam Inferno on this dude's first form, he's a real ass otherwise. Absolutely. That is the best strat against this dude. 100%. That is exactly what we're going to do. Get ready to spam your cheese emotes, everybody. We did save, right? Just tell me we saved, chat. Alright, here we go. 2 more bosses. So Nimpo is not, like, really effective at all against the last boss, in my experience. I'm sure you guys will probably tell me otherwise, but we can just kind of use Nimpo like crazy against both of these forms, I think. Cutscene. Did they ever give Sigma free for Plus on Vita? Yeah, they did. That's how I got Sigma Plus on Vita, is I got it for free with PlayStation Plus. I don't think you can still get it that way, but that's good. Everybody should play Ninja Gaiden, man. I've had such a blast with this stream. Monster Hunter, I keep trying, but I can't connect with that franchise. I totally get it. I think you need a super good group of buddies to play Monster Hunter with in order to easily understand it. I think you can understand it on your own, but with a group of friends that know what they're doing, that's where it really clicks. I want to do a Monster Hunter book club, not a book club, but a book club sort of thing where just some allies and myself play Monster Hunter. It'd be fun. Look at this thing. This demon. I would never play a game like Ninja Gaiden with Vita sticks. Yeah, I don't love it either. It can definitely be done. And like technically I think it's a good version of that game. But yeah, I don't love the control method. But that's why PlayStation TV exists. So you can play it that way. Ryu, I don't know what you just did, but it's cool. Video Game Club. Yeah, that would have been an easier way to say it. Thank you, Candy Coated Thorns. This game is so much more style than the sequels. Yeah, I mean, between this 2 and 3, this is definitely the best one, in my opinion. Whoa. What? Alright. Good fight on the first form. One more boss, and then the chapter's over. I just wish we had that Talisman of Rebirth. I honestly have not found a great strategy against this dude, other than ninpo and arrows and like weapons when he like maybe gets close. I feel like I fight this very sloppily, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh no! Jojo! Oh no! Nope, not what I wanted to do. Okay. Still got 2 things in info left before we need a pot. That was a good fight. That was a good fight. We've got we've got 3 Great Spirit Elixirs for the final boss, which isn't bad, but it's not great. The final boss is a jerk. The final boss is a jerk. All right, but here we go. We're there. We're at the final boss. I feel like I could punch a hole in a wall right now. That's excited I am. Alright, alright. Oh! Jojo! Okay. What is your favorite cover art? I really like Suikoden Tactics' cover art, even though the game wasn't as great. That's a really excellent question. What is my favorite cover art? It's hard recalling a bunch of cover art. I really like speaking of tactics games, I really like Final Fantasy Tactics' cover art. It's very elegant. Also, the PSP version, the PSP Tactics Ogre Let Us Cling Together, I think that has very good cover art. Okay, guys. We might die here. I just want you to know that ahead of time. We might die here. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. If we do, we will get him. I believe in us, but it might take a couple of attempts. He's a real jerk. With this boss, I've kind of find it to be somewhat similar to Castlevania bosses, where, like, definitely you want to try to dodge and be elegant as much as possible, but I think you kind of just also need to go in. You kind of just need to keep swinging because he's too fast and too powerful to really, like, let up on. And if we had a Talisman Aretha, that would be easier to do, but, you know, we'll make do with what we can. SMT cover art is cool. You are correct, Junk Lab. SMT cover art is super cool. Very, very cool. Yes, indeed. When do you think we'll get Ninja Gaiden 4? I don't know. It doesn't seem like... I want it so bad. I would love to see a Ninja Gaiden 4 come out next year in 2017. Hopefully that happens. I think there's actually like a platform. Yeah. Sorry, I'm bad at platforming in this game, so I'm gonna be like extra cautious here. Just gotta relax. Oh, my character's not moving. Oh, it's a cutscene. It's a cutscene. Do you ever play Digital Devil Saga, Ben? Yeah, that's actually like one of my biggest gaming regrets is I have played it and I love it. I think Digital Devil Saga is so good, but I haven't finished part 1 yet and I haven't played part 2, so I definitely want to. I also want to play the Devil Summoner series. That seems really neat as well. Okay, so I do this. Yes. Oh, the Lunar series has excellent artwork. Yeah, totally. I'm with you guys on everything you're saying so far. What's funny is if I die, I think I have to do all of this again. So, as I was running on the wall, that's not how you do that. There's a platform. There's a platform underneath. That was embarrassing. Platform, man. Platforming fucks me more than enemies in this game. We were right at the end, too. Not like this, man. It's not how you want to go out. Ben, when do you think we might hear more about Dragon Quest XI? This year's TGS? Definitely. I think we'll hear a ton about Dragon Quest XI at TGS. Or around TGS in some way. Yeah, I think they're going to show off that game in a big way, and I think they're waiting for TGS to do it. So, that's my official prediction. Intelligent Cube, also good cover. I really like Intelligent Cube. That's such a cool PS1 game. It's really hard to find now. I would like a copy. I played the demo on PlayStation Jam Pack. I don't know if you guys played the Jam Pack discs, but they were super cool. Why did that happen? Hello, Fragadin. How you doing, man? When will you guys have TGS coverage announcements? Probably next month. There's gonna be some exciting things for TGS. Like really exciting. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a good TGS, no matter what happens. Okay, so you see there's this platform down here that we just have to jump to. Just like that. That's all we had to do. And we would have lived. But I didn't see it. It was hard to see. Alright. If I die here, it's because of my nerves. I just gotta relax. Take it slow. Everything will be okay. Don't get grabbed. Rest of the day. Don't get grabbed. But you guys predicted the Tomb Raider PS4 hook Lara mentioned. Yeah, that was really funny that happened that way.
I expected nothing less. However, the power of the Dark Dragon is wasted on you.
All right, Darth Vader.
Don't you see? The Dark Dragon is now truly an evil blade. His Excellency, the Dark Disciple, has been waiting for this very moment.
Hey, Mike Skew, I haven't seen you around in a long time. How you doing, man? Good to have you here. You came at an intense moment, a climactic moment. Oh shit! It's our old master. I'm sure you all knew that already, but.
The Dark Dragon is mine. No objections, I presume.
Alright, we have the Dragon Sword equipped, which is what we want to use. Okay. I thought that was going to be a lot harder. He just sort of let me hit him. Wow, okay, I'm really happy that we didn't die there. When I was like practicing for this, he definitely gave me more trouble than that. It was weird. He wasn't as defensive as I expected him to be, but we did it. I feel like we had to try harder on the Satan guy. We did it. GG, everybody. This is it. There's no phase 2, unfortunately. I don't think that was cheese. We didn't do anything particularly cheesy there. We did use some health potions, I guess. That might be a little bit of cheese. But other than that, we sliced him. Yeah, the first time I was playing this as well, I thought it was first phase, and I was like, okay, he's gonna have a really fucking tough second phase, but he doesn't. I don't know how the fight changes on Master Ninja difficulty. I'd be interested to see that. But, yeah, we did it. GG, everybody.
It's over.
We got grabbed a few times, if you noticed. But that's okay. Ben, your journey is not over. The real Ninja Gaiden starts on hard mode. I almost feel like I want to just like go straight to Master Ninja. Like I like playing things on harder difficulties, but once I beat it on normal, it's like, all right, let's just go to the extreme. Do you have to beat it on hard to unlock Master Ninja? Is that how that works? I actually don't know. So you can't skip the credits, so we might as well just enjoy these. It's going through our journey together. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, now's a good time, because these go on for a little bit. There's a cutscene after this that I want to show you guys, so that's why we're sitting through these. But congrats. But thank you guys for the congratulations. I am happy and proud that we played through this on stream. I think it was a good pick. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I had never finished Ninja Gaiden before, so that was nice. I want to jump into 2 and 3 too. Finish those. SF5 or Guilty Gear on PC. It's a tough call. I love both those games. I'm more familiar with Street Fighter V, so I'd probably pick Street Fighter V, but I love both games, genuinely. Congratulations on world record. I think... How many weeks have we streamed this? Like 4 or 5 weeks, right? So we've done like roughly 2 hours each time. So we did it in like 12 hours. It's probably about average for this game, right? Then on latest Stream Trap, you wanted Dishonored 2 to recreate the feeling you had when you played Dishonored 1. Is that a fair expectation for a sequel? I think, to clarify what I meant about that, I think a lot of people really got burned by our Dishonored 2 things. I'm looking forward to Dishonored 2. It doesn't necessarily have to give me the exact same feeling of Dishonored 1, but I have not been impressed by what they've shown. Like, you know, sometimes you see a sequel. There are a lot of times, in fact, that I see footage for a sequel, and it's like, oh wow, like this is cool. They're doing really smart things with this. This is exciting. They're going in a way that like improves aspects of the original game, or they're going in a different direction, or they're just doing something that really excites you. And so far, what I've seen of Dishonored 2, it's like, yeah, it's more Dishonored, and it's refined, and they're adding some new abilities, and that's cool. It hasn't been bad. I wouldn't say what I've seen has made me think like, oh man, Dishonored 2 is going to be bad. It's just not exciting yet. You know, maybe if I do a hands-on or if they put out another trailer, that could totally change. But just at this point in time, I am not excited. When I think about Dishonored 2, it's not that feeling of, I can't wait for this. So, but I don't think I have unfair expectations of it, you know. It's just purely talking about how they've presented it so far. Dishonored 2, if you love the first game, you'll love this. Yeah, and that's cool. That's a good way to sell Dishonored 2. I will play it for sure, but it's just not exciting, I guess. It's not a very articulate way of explaining that, but hey, hopefully you guys get it. How does Godfrey feel about finishing the game? That's a good question. Let's see what Godfrey says. Real quick, let's check in with him. Godfrey says one thing. He whispered one thing into my ear. He said, "You shouldn't have gotten grabbed so much." Thanks, Godfrey. Okay. Usually he's more supportive than that. True, Dishonored 2 did not have a great show, and the same goes for Scalebound as well. Yeah, like, I am incredibly excited for Scalebound. I'm going to play Scalebound day one. It hasn't shown well. Like, those demos have not been... You don't watch those and you go, oh, yes, the next classic from Platinum. They've been very awkward presentations. Yeah, okay. Master Ninja. That's a good feeling. Ben, you have a cat, right? Where is he, she? No, when Damiani was living with me for a little bit, he has 2 cats. I do not have a cat. I want a cat. I love cats so much. They're my favorite things in the entire world, but I don't have a cat. I will someday have a cat, and we're going to do like a cat cam for the Ben streams, and you'll just be able to see her, or him, whatever it ends up being. But okay, that's it for Ninja Gaiden.